Well, we're just in finishing up this 89 Jeep. We'll go over what we found and what parts we use. But we have a visitor here today. She's our 18th subscriber. I want you to meet Adele. She's right over here. Say hi, Adele.
Hi, everybody. This is Adele. And I'm going to help...
Bob.
I'm going to help Bob with the thing that we're going to do today.
How did I get my name Bob? Anyway, do you remember?
No.
Remember it was up at Impact? In fact, Grandpa's here too. Say hi, Matt.
Hey, guys.
Matt's the one who fixed this 89 Jeep, and he's going to go over it with us today. What he did, we'll have some photos before and after. So we'll have a look at that later. Anyway, back to the star here today, and that's Adele. But what do we call you?
Alita.
Alita. How did we do that? Why did we do that? You remember?
Because you called him Bob.
Remember? And I asked you to spell Bob backwards, and you were able to. You said B-O-B. And that's where you came up with your name, Alita. That's Adele spelled backwards.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I looked at it today. So what made you subscribe to the channel? And you being the 18th subscriber.
I don't really remember.
You don't? Because I heard that you signed up on your mom's account. Mm-hmm. And so you've been following Tom Otto? Mm-hmm. So we got some more videos, and you're going to be on this one, you know. So you're going to tell all your friends to be looking out. I want to show our viewers the printing of the portrait that you did for me. You remember? Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you hold it up? I want to see everybody. It says Bob, and that's me. She calls me Bob, and look how she signed it. Go ahead and hold that up. That's her name spelled backwards, Alita. So the name took, and ever since I'm Bob and she's Alita, and she's down here today. She's up with the grandparents, and she's up there at Impact helping out up there with the body work and showing everybody what they need to do for the day. Your dad's a mechanic too, right?
Yep.
And where does he work?
He works in Boise.
He does at Peterson Motors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that you guys got a new car.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you name it?
Bob.
Bob. What kind of car is it?
Cadillac.
A Cadillac Escalade?
Yep.
All right. So what did Dad think about that, and Mom?
Well, it's my dad's car, because we traded in his old truck for the Lexus.
And do you like it?
Yep.
All right.
Every single day, my sister wants to ride in it if she gets a chance.
All right. Well, they're nice cars.
Mm-hmm.
What's your sister's name?
Maddie.
Yeah.
Maddie. Wow. I met Maddie too. She's I guess she calls me Bob too, huh? She's just following what Big Sister says.
Yep.
So
She calls the car Bob too. She goes to the daycare center and they ask her, oh, you came, you're here. And she goes, yeah, we drove Bob. She's 2 years old.
well, that's great. I don't mind being called Bob. I've been called worse. And you know what? You can call me Bob
Are we
anytime.
saying it backwards or forwards?
Well, again, Alita, how do you spell Bob backwards?
B-O-B.
Right.
It's the same way as the front, so...
But how do you know when you're saying it backwards? And how do you know when you're spelling it backwards?
That's way past my pay grade. That's why we got her up here today.
Well, if you say it backwards, it's going to be the same word as you say it.
So how do you know?
If you say it backwards, you're gonna have to spell it backwards, but that's gonna be hard because you're gonna have to start from the end and read.
Wow, that's a good thing that Bob's only got 3 letters in it. It makes it real easy, don't it? The 89 Jeep that I've been doing alignment, we wound up doing some ball joints. It is 40,000 miles, like we've said, and 1 owner. It came to Matt at Impact with the side crushed in, and here's Matt to show us what he did on this here.
Well, it was hit on the side here like this, and it was hit pretty hard. It knocked this door in. It totally destroyed this door, and then this bottom part here, it was pushed clear in about that deep.
Oh, let's see here. Let me get on that side there over.
And then it hit the wheel, and it took a chunk out of it too. And
wow.
We couldn't find a wheel for it, and we sent it down to Hubcap Annie's in Garden City, and they did a wonderful job, and those are nice folks down there too.
Well, it's a beautiful car. I mean, when I saw it, and we'll look at some pictures, but when I saw it up at your place, I could never believe it would come out this good. Matt, you've done some awesome work. Do you want to show us on the inside or anything?
Yeah, this, let's see. This door was smashed in, so I fixed this part in here and the outside. We ended up fixing the fenders too. We went all the way down the whole side of it with new wood grain, which we actually could get, which was surprising to me. Finding the moldings were tough. I ended up getting a hold of somebody that had this part here, but we reused all the other moldings on it.
Wow.
And, we painted the whole side.
No, it really came out nice from what I can see here.
This in here was rolled in, so we straightened that out and then painted that so that it gave it that new car look.
Wow.
You know, and then all this portion down here, the rocker panel, and then this pillar, that was all off of a car from the wrecking yard.
Oh, so you had a donor on this one?
We had a donor.
Oh, you had?
This back door was off of the donor as well, and so is this dog leg here.
Oh, wow.
So we'll open the door, you can see in there in a minute, but all this, we positioned it and put the whole thing up, and I was really proud with how it came out on the inside. Under there, we'll show you that a little later. It doesn't look like it's been worked on, even when you look pretty close at it, you know.
Well, when I see the alignment on the door, I mean, that's almost better than factory.
They weren't real precise in 1989
No.
with these Jeeps. But man, when you find people that love these things, I mean, they really love them. I guess these things in this kind of shape they're like a $70,000 car.
Oh, absolutely.
When they were 5 years old, you couldn't.
Well, they were a dime a dozen,
Yeah,
but, you know.
I moved up out of Boise to this area. I couldn't believe all the Jeeps there were. There were so many, and they were selling them out of Sunbelt, well, Ketchum.
Well, that was the old Sun Valley Motors, wasn't it, up there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked on a lot of them. Everybody had them, and gosh, they still go through the snow better than just about anything.
Yeah, I've owned a couple of myself, and you can't even purposely get them stuck. They're just so low center of gravity. They're awesome vehicles, especially
good balance on them.
Yeah.
know, good weight on each wheel.
Right.
This in here, I replaced this.
Let's have a look there.
And then I repaired this up here, and I repaired that quarter panel, but I replaced all this.
And that again was with the donor?
That was with
the
donor.
donor.
Car, yeah.
Man, just
found one without any rust, which was quite amazing.
Where'd you find Arizona?
No, it was by chance. I went down to Barger Matson to get some parts for another car. And when I went back, I knew that they had a Jeep back there they told me about, but they said it had rust, and this other one was sitting right next to it. And I went and I said, what about that Jeep back there? And the guy that was working there says, we just got that in just the other day. I haven't even had a chance to look at it yet.
Wow.
Well, I want the quarter panel and the door and the rocker panel. I said, just cut me all that out, and I'll pick and choose what I want off of it. Gosh, I thought I was going to have to spend a bunch of money on it and everything, and they gave me a good, fair price, and it was a good part too.
Did you have to do it yourself, or did they?
They cut it all off.
They got it all done for you. Those guys are great down there. Then
Yeah,
that's helpful.
Those are good guys.
Wow.
And they shipped it to me, So I mean, it just showed up outside my door, and yeah, I didn't have to cut it off the car or anything. I had to take it all apart, cut the spot welds and stuff like that where you needed to do that.
Right.
That wasn't, I was just glad we could find the parts.
Well, I tell you, this is, being a one owner, you can't even tell it's been repaired. Especially.
We took the window out of this and everything too, so that there wouldn't be any tape lines. We had the doors all the way stripped down, so there wouldn't be any tape lines around the rubber. And it had been repainted before, so there were tape lines there already. But we took, when we had this apart, there was a little surface rust on the inside, so we put some 415 anti-rust product over the top of that. And we put this rocker skin over the top of the old area there, and so you still have all your factory welds there, and it gives it the same look as it had when it was built. And then down here on the bottom, I glued that, but while we had all this off, we put port 15 on the inside to rust proof it, and then we went over the top of it with a waxy resin base spray. You can see some of that there. It's all clear.
Well, how far was it pushed back, Matt? And when the way it was hit, it looked like it was way back and towards the frame at all. A
lot of it was just up above the rocker and everything. The whole thing went in, and I had to pull the floor back out. It was in probably, I don't know, 8 inches.
Wow. Yeah, as you were saying earlier, this is one of a kind anymore. And today there were so many of them, but to have somebody come in here and not just replace things, but use your metalwork skills is unbelievable. Matt, you put in your time. It wasn't, textbook. You put your time in, learned how to do the body work, and, it's paying off. It's awesome.
After you learn all this, and you're willing to spend the time and get the tools and all that, and make up your mind that you really want to be good at it, well, then you'll start earning some pretty good money. We got Adele. I understand that she knows a couple karate moves. Heard she's black belt. Show us a move. She don't want to scare anyone. Well, I'm kind of backing away here. I got my guard dog just in case she gets crazy on us or something. Yeah, if you try to choke her. No way. I heard all about that. She took down Dad. He's a big guy. I've known Matt for the last couple years. We've done quite a few alignments down here. He's had some frames that weren't quite after his frame work, and put it on live readings on the alignment machine. He comes down with a porta power, and where there's no caster adjustment, where we need just a fine tune, straightens it right out, got the live reading. So in that, we've been working really well together, and he's done what was that, a Suburban you did for us, the white one. Yeah, I know. Oh, 2004. It's a white one, and I've been looking one for my daughter and son-in-law and their family. And had a wreck kind of left front, and he says, bring this up to the shop. So I did. He's just right up the street. He goes, I'm going to use a pogo stick. And I'm going, man, what is this guy? What? He way too much. Yeah, and I'll tell you, unbelievable what he did fixing that front end on that. We got it all working pretty good, didn't we? It's awesome. It's still out there today, and we're going to be doing a 4RW70 on his, what is that, a 98 Lincoln? Yeah. Yeah, with I think it's a 4.6 in it. We're going to do a little hot rodding with it, and so you guys stay tuned for when we do that video. We'll get Matt back down here. We'll discuss some of the parts that we recommend and ask what he's going to be doing with it. So guys, join us, and thanks for hanging out with us today. And are you sure you don't want to do a move? You're sure? Okay. Well, you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.